Woo! Oh, what's up, everybody? It is your home boy, home brony boy, Funky Luffy, and I am back for another fanfic reading of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, Chapter 19. Now, if you don't know what happened last time, God, I just read it yesterday and I don't remember it. Ugh, talk about a terrible start to the intro. Oof. Anyway, this is my birthday chapter. Sorry, I was reading like an author's note. Anyway, it's all about pound cake and pumpkin cake. Pound cake and oh, it's the babies. Is this a Pinky chapter? This a Pinky chapter. Cause last time I checked, Pinkie Pie was babysitting the cakes, these little kids, because they had like an important errand or something or whatnot. But ooh, I wonder if this is one. Hold on, I'm just reading. The first beginning of Applejack. Okay, I think Applejack is also kind of cute as well when she like hides her face with her hat and stuff. Her, the squish. Anyway, also, if you like my intro, the beginning of my intros of me running into the screen out to my chair, or if you don't like it, let me get a comment or anything on that. So yeah. Also, if you haven't got my other YouTube video, my laptop's being stupid and it's not uploading fast enough, and it drives me nuts because I only get like nominal 4 hours on my laptop, so it takes a while, but hopefully it's uploading right now. Hopefully. It's uploading, but slowly. Meh. Still got like 2 hours and 32 minutes. Sorry, guys. Anywho, let us just go ahead and jump right into this, shall we? Let us begin. Chapter 9, My Little Pony and Human Friendship is Magic. Chapter 19. Pound cake and pumpkin cake. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's see. Equestria, Ponyville. Yahoo! In Ponyville, another nice sunny day as the ponies of Ponyville enjoyed their daily lives. Joe met a new friend who became his best friend yesterday, called Shadow Breeze, in which they now communicate often. Anyway. Yeah, there was that moment too. And it was a fetishize in that. Sorry. Got something in my throat there. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Across the field, appears Applejack's orchard. Thousands of apple trees. Applejack's orchard. I wouldn't say they're Applejacks, like the whole apple family, wouldn't it? I don't know. Whatever. Thousands of apple trees dominated the land as they all grow red as paint and tasting like pure gold. Crunchy. I don't mind a good apple here in a while. Be wary. One of them girls are going to pop out of nowhere. Without me noting. And yet, for some reason, I expect this all the time, but yet they still scare the patoot out of me. Why does this always happen? Anyway, back to the story. Joe nods with a oh wait, oops, 1, 2, I wasn't finished that. 1, 2, skip a few. Whoopsies. And Applejack are together, bucking. Oh wait, across the fields appears apple orchard, tasting like gold, pure gold. Okay. Grunts and thuds are heard. Joseph, Brooklyn, and Applejack are together, bucking the apple tree, letting the apples fall into the basket. The farm pony wipes some sweat off her forehead and smiles at the human. I reckon we got enough, Joe? She asked. Okay, another thing, guys. In my previous video, I said my throat kind of hurt a bit yesterday. My throat right now is like a tiny bit sore, but not as sore as much. So hopefully I can do my voice acting skills a little better They both picked up the buck. Joe nods with a smile. I think we do, Applejack. I'll just pick these up to the cart. Don't throw your back out, dude. They both picked up the bucket and start walking together through the trees. Applejack looked up to her friend. I gotta say, it's really great having an extra pair of hooves or hands. Yeah, you gotta admit, it's kind of handy. Prepare for the puns, ladies and gentlemen. I'm considering myself a punny guy, but punny guy. That joke never gets old. Okay, well, it gets a tiny bit old, but still, it's a perfect liner. So be prepared, my fellow bronies and Pegasi sisters, for my puns to appear. Bum, bum, bum. If absolutely necessary, I can think of some puns. But come on, that handy one was actually perfect. Okay, anyway, back to the story. Also, I'm going to try to keep it quiet because my little brother's sleeping and I'm above his room. So yeah. Anyway, thanks, Joe. Glad to have. Thanks, Joe. Glad to have you here. She said, tipping her hat at him. No problem, little lady. Yes, I did it. Thank you, Applejack. I'm always happy to help you whenever you need me. It helps Twilight pay the bills, food, and of course, for you guys, said the human happily, sharing his thoughts. Applejack smiles widely. Anytime, Sugar Cube. She said it again. Oh, God, that's like my favorite line. Favorite line ever since I got the country accent, like, perfect on that one line. It's my favorite line of this whole thing, including on the show. Woohoo! Not to be rude or not to be rude or anything, but are you having any thoughts about moving to a house just for yourself? That's actually a good question. With the money you're saving and you're earning for it, us, y'all could get a house. Joseph stopped slowly, looking down at the floor. Oh, well, I haven't never thought, I haven't never thought of, never, no. Sorry, I have like a little grammar thing that does, when I say read something out loud, it doesn't feel right when I read it. It should, I feel like it should be, I haven't really thought about it at all. That just leaves a weird, like, feeling in my mouth when that happens. Never thought, I haven't never thought, blah, 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 blah. It leaves a bad feeling in my tongue when I speak it out loud. Oof. Okay, anyway. I haven't thought about it at all, but I should. I can't stay at Twilight forever. I have to be independent now. I'm getting older. Oof. I know how you feel, dude. Good! Joseph smiles weakly. Oh, wait. Once you skipped a few. Whoopsies! Now hold on there, Sugar Cube. I didn't mean it first. Oh, Sugar Cube. I didn't mean to pursue you or make you think that like that. Yeah, you're getting older, but you shouldn't think too hard. You're still young, Joe, and I'm pretty sure Twilight wouldn't want you out of at all. She chuckles at the end. It's true. No, she makes a valid point. I mean, come on. I feel like Twilight's treating him like a fucking guinea pig there. Who knows what kind of test she's doing on him? Better not be any dissection involved. Anyway, Joseph smiled weakly at her, but cheerful thanks to her. Thank you, Applejack, he said as they continued walking to the cart. While the human and farm pony were placing the apples in her cart, making sure it was secure for pulling towards the square, Applejack asked the question to Joe to pass time. So, what are you going to do after y'all finish here? She asked. I think I'll go see how Pinkie Pie is doing. To be honest, never got to see where she lives. Wow. What? Where? Wait, what? Never got to see where she lived was like properly. But that doesn't make sense. I don't. Whatever. Joe said, Applejack. Applejack chuckled. It may look like a baking shop, but upstairs in her room, not what you would expect. You mean with the giant balloons? I think her bed's made out of like bits of a bouncy house. This raised Joe's eyebrow curiously, but has a thought of concern. Really? Is it messy? Applejack shrugs in response. Can be or not. You never know when it comes to good old Pinkie Pie, she laughs. True. It's Pinkie Pie. Don't question it. Joseph Brooklyn stared at the ground, thinking about all the party things that can mess up a room, and this made him twitch. It will not be messy when it comes to me. I'll clean that room if I have to. Cleanaholic, maybe? Cleanophobic? Germophobic? Applejack couldn't help but laugh loudly at this. Joe, you're looking funny trying to act serious when it comes to Pinkie Pie. The human realized what he said, gently face palming. Oh goodness, I forgot that this is Pinkie Pie. She would want me to be happy and not serious from something silly as tidying a room. He laughed awkwardly. Truth? Applejack trots towards him with a small bag of money. As usual, a gentle places it in his hand. And gently places it in his hand. There you go, Sugar Cube. As usual, we always appreciate your help, you know? Joseph Brooklyn smiled, slowly bringing Applejack into a hug. It's the least I can do to thank you for everything. The Earth Pony blushes lightly. What? As he hugged her, she smiles and hugs him back, enjoying every second that she could be wasted. After a minute of them hugging, they slowly break the hug and smile at each other. Well, Applejack, I better be going. Now, unless you need help. I thank you for the offer, but you gotta get yourself to Pinkie Pie and see if her room needs tidying up. Said Applejack with a slight grin. Oh, Applejack, you sly pony, you. Joe chuckles and shakes his head slightly. You'll never let that down. See you later, Applejack. Nope, she'll never let it down. She smiles, staring to slowly walk backwards and waving. Applejack chuckles and waves back. Y'all be careful now, Sugar Cube. Ooh! Yes, I'm going to make a sound every time I read Sugar Cube. Don't judge me. That's a cute line offer from Applejack. No, no, no. Applejack chuckles and waves back. Oh, wait, I already read that. Just as she said to be careful, Joseph suddenly tripped on a small stone. Really, dude? And falls on his back. Seriously? He moans a little, but quickly stands up, brushing some dirt off and blushes from embarrassment. I'm okay. Applejack rolls her eyes and smiles, seeing her human friend jog off to the square for to see Pinkie Pie. What will we do without you, Joe? Our best friend. She smiles wider and goes to set the car on her back. Okay, who's reading here? Okay. Have you told him how you feel? A voice said at Applejack's side. The farm pony yelps in shock but sighs in relief and frowns. Yip! Big Macintosh, don't scare me like that. Big Mac just gave her his plain stare. As I said before, you should tell Joe how you feel about some pony else takes him before. Oh wait, let me try that again. As I said before, you should tell Joe how you feel before someone else takes him. Applejack now blushes red, stirring in her hoofs. But Big Mac, I will one day, but not now. I was just looking out for you, he said with a small smile, rubbing her head with his hoof. Applejack laughed a little. I know you're my brother after all. Yep. I love doing Big Macintosh's yep. Because I can actually do the deep voice yep thing. Yep. Nope. Anyway, back to Joseph. Joseph Brooklyn is walking in Ponyville Square like any other day. Unlike New York City, he could never be bored of seeing the same thing or same ponies. He knew where his new home is, Ponyville, which he would never give up for. Aw, that's nice. But knows deep down that New York City was still his old home and where Joe was born. Oh, excuse me. The human smiles, waving, talks to some ponies walking around, enjoying their company, and talks of what they have been up to or going to do. As always, they're very interested in what Joe's been doing and wanting to know more about the Earth where he lives, which he was happy to discuss, but tries to keep a balance of good and bad towards the Earth. Suddenly he hears wings flapping, sensing a familiar presence coming behind him. What? Familiar? I sense something in the force. Come on, you guys were expecting it. I had to. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I sense a disturbance in the force. You guys were totally expecting it. You guys asked for it. If you do anything with like something like a familiar presence or anything, I'll do something like a Star Wars thing probably. So get used to it. Wait, Shadow Breeze? The flapping stops and hears a gentle landing with a pair of hooves. The voice spoke surprised. Yes, how did you know? Without looking, Joe. Joe turned. Yes, how did he know? He sensed it in the force. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't resist that one either. Okay, moving on. Joe turns around and sees his recently new best friend, Shadow Breeze, looking surprised. The human shyly rubs the back of his neck, his head. Like he guess, I guess? Guess, no, can't say it 10 times fast. Dang it. Shadow didn't buy the excuse, staring at Joe for a few seconds, but smiles. Okay, then, how are you? I'm I'm fine, thank you for asking. Just finishing work at the farm and got my bits. I'm going to visit Pinkie Pie and see how she's getting it on today. Getting on to... That sounds wrong when I say it out loud. That just sounds wrong. Mm-mm. Maybe I'll get her a gift too, said Joe. Shadowbreeze smiles. That's nice, Joe. Want to come with me, Shadow? Shadow looks down sadly for a little bit. Sorry, Joe, but me and Rainbow Dash are sorting out the weather today. Tight schedule, but I'd love to hang out with you tomorrow, if that's okay. Joe nods. That's right. I'll finish. That's alright. I'll finish the work at Applejack's, and we'll meet up here tomorrow. Sounds good? Shadow perks up with a smile. Yeah, that'll be awesome. A human smiles. My human smile is great. Okay, every time I hear the human, I hear of speciesism. Speciesism? I don't know how to... I want to say racism, but then again, that kind of is appropriate. Mm-hmm. Don't judge me. Hold on, I gotta check something. I still got 2 hours and 8 minutes left on the upload? Come on! Ugh, sorry guys. This is gonna take a while. Shadow looked down sadly. Oh, wait, I already read that. Joe nods. Shadow perks up. A smile. Yeah, that'll be awesome. The human smiles. Great, we have a plan for tomorrow, but by the way, how did Rainbow Dash take it when you met her yesterday? Shadow raised his brow, but suddenly remembered. Oh yeah! Jeez! Oh, I forgot you went back to the library when me and Fluttershy returned home. I decided to go see Rainbow Dash at her house in the sky. When she opened the door, at first, Rainbow Dash asked who I was, but when I said my name, her eyes widened and asked me if I was telling the truth. I got out the photo of me, Fluttershy, and Rainbow. Oh, he carried a photo? Nice! Rainbow Dash when we were kids. She glumped at me and cried happily, calling me a big jerk. Then how happy she was to see me after so long. Shadows said, smiling happily at the memories. Aww, that's sweet. But seriously, Rainbow, you gotta call him a big jerk after you haven't seen him for what, God knows how long? Jeez, how rude. Joseph kneels down and gently strokes Shadow's head. Okay, I'm pretty sure the ponies don't like it when you do that. I think that's kind of, rude. He's not a poopy dog! He's not a poopy dog! Puppy dog. I'm saying puppy dog. Sorry. I'm I'm happy that it went well. I better let you get back to work and hope you and Fluttershy are happy living together, he said, smiling widely. Shadow Breeze gasped. How did you know? Wait, when did this happen? Did I miss a chapter or something? I'm pretty sure that you Huh? Am I missing something here? When did he and she move into it? What the freaking flopping bucking donks? What the dog, man? When did this happen? I'm confused on there. How did this happen anyway? I know he had like a. I know that he has a huge crush on Fluttershy and they're a sing now. I guess maybe I don't know the entire story. I'm like a confused as well. What? How? When did this happen? Shadow Breeze gasped. How do you know? Yes, how do you know, Joe? Because first I told Twilight this morning when I was asleep. Eavesdropping very much? Oh, Shadow said, blushing lightly. What? The human boy stood up slowly. I'll see you tomorrow, Shadow. I'll think of something to do for us both. Shadow stood on his hind legs and hugged Joe. Me too. See you tomorrow? He said, slowly flying up towards the sky. Joseph waved goodbye and Oh, see you tomorrow. Oh, alright, that's better. Joseph waved goodbye and starts walking to the sugar cube corner, seeing a few ponies outside on the table, enjoying their treats. He goes inside and is greeted by Miss Cake at the desk counter. She smiles at Joe. Why, hello, Joe. How are you today? Sorry, I'm trying to do a best Mrs. Cake voice, but it sounds more like a Granny Smith and a cake voice. My bad. She said, sounding more happy than usual. Joe noticed her happy tone. Hello, Mrs. Cake. You sound very happy today. Mrs. Cake beamed brightly, looking very proud. Yes, I am. It's been a month since me and Mr. Cake invited Pinkie Pie and her friend to see our newly born foals. Aw, Groot! And now they're a month old. Yep, definitely a Pinkie Pie. Yep, it's definitely, this chapter is most definitely is representing the Pinkie Pie babysitting episode. I don't quite remember the exact episode name. Don't judge me! Anyway, the human's eyes widen in surprise, but feels that corners of his lips grow as he slowly starts to remember hearing about this a month ago. That's wonderful, Miss Cake. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Joe. But I but I really must apologize for not inviting you along with Pinkie Pie and the rest back then, she said, having a look of sorrow. Oh, you're making my heart hurt, dude. Joe gently waves his hand to reassure her. That's all right, Miss Kate. I didn't know because I left early to work on the farm for Applejack, and when I got there, Big Macintosh told me she had gone out but didn't say where or nor did Applejack say when she was coming back. Just said that it's a surprise you'll know about soon. It was 2 days after the incident with the Diamond Dogs when he was working on the orchard with Applejack and Big Mac. Rainbow Dash told him the news to quickly come by and see the newly born foals to the Cake family. Of course, Joe thought deep down that he didn't want to intrude or something special, so he told Applejack everything was fine and he helped Big Mac. Miss Cake smiled slightly. I still feel bad for not letting you know at least, but we can show them to you if you like. They're sleeping right now. I'm sorry if I'm not doing a good Mrs. Cake voice, okay? Give me a break. Her voice is kind of hard to do. I mean, have you seen hear the episodes with her in it? It's kind of a little hard, you know? Thank you, Mrs. Cake. But before that, is it alright if I can get Pinkie Pie a gift? Joe whispered, hoping Pinkie Pie wasn't around. That's funny. I was expecting, hey, Pinkie! Why am I not surprised? You're usually late. I'm not late. You're like 30 minutes late for the intro. Well, maybe I was a teeny tiny itty bitty little late. There's nothing itty bitty about it, Pinkie. You're either here or you're late. Or you're not here. That's 3 options. It's hard to argue with Pinkie Pie. I mean, come on. Seriously. Sure, she can set up a party and everything, but she can't seem to be on time. I heard that, Funky Luffy. My bad. Anyway, you want me to do the rest of this read-through with you? Sure, what's it about? It's about you trying to babysit for babies. You babysitting for the Cakes. Oh, ooh, I remember that. What's it? Did you even read it? Nope. And yet here's the girl who has a secret party cave and remembers to organize everything. That's like crazy. Joe's face turned. Miss Cake giggles of course, something romantic. Joe's face turns bright red. I just feel like steam's coming out of his ears, okay? Don't just me. It's my blushing sounds, my channel, my rules, and my video. And his mouth hangs open. What? No, I meant a gift, as in a gift. A gift, please. Wow, could you say it any other way? In the words of Big Mac, nope. Wow, Funky Luffy, you do a pretty good Big Mac voice. Thank you, Pinkie. The Earth Pony giggled more and chose a gift for Joe and wrapped it up with a bow. I was only joking, Joe, but she does like you very much. She likes me? Joe gasped with a light brush. Joe. Miss Cake nods and gives him the wrapping gift. Oh, wrapped gift. Oh yes, you're a super duper friend to her and always will be. I'm sorry if I'm not doing a very good Mrs. Cake. Don't judge me. Joseph feels his heart beat more. Pinkie Pie. Like, Pinkie Pie is is out at the moment, but we'll be back in a minute. You can put the gift in fridge in the fridge. Blah, since it's a cake and of cake and of no charge," said Miss Cake. Joe blinked in shock. No charge? But Miss Cake, please take some money. I feel guilty not giving you money for something. He has a heart made of gold. Really? Miss Cake looked at Joe and smiled. If you're really sure, Joe, that's very kind of you to do so, even when I'm declining the bid. I promise Pinkie Pie will love this gift. I'm sorry if I'm not doing a good cake voice. Don't judge me. Little did he know that the cake is a heart-shaped cake with a note saying, "To Pinkie Pie, love Joe." Whee! Mrs. Cake, what you do that? The woman paid for the gift that he didn't know what kind it was, since he knew Mrs. Cake would never give a bad product out, especially for Pinkie Pie. She turned to ask Joe if, oh God, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? Oh, God, this, like, my jacket's getting me sweaty. Sweaty back, don't feel nice. Nah, the human upstairs, and they quickly went inside oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Paid for the gift. What kind it was, since he knew Miss Cake would never give a bad product out, especially for Pinkie Pie. She then asked Joe if he would like to see the two new foals for the cupcake family. She guided the human upstairs, and they quickly went inside a room and hears two soft breathing sounds. Joseph slowly walked over to a baby crib and sees two sleeping foals together. Miss Cake looked at them too and could not help but to make a soft "aww" sound. Aw, cute. I know. They're cute. Those two cake babies are so cute. Not gonna lie, they are cute. Squeeze. They're so adorable, aren't they? This one is Pound Cake, our sweet little colt, and there's our sweet little filly Pumpkin Cake. Now remind me, is Pound Cake the boy unicorn and Sweet Pumpkin Cake is the Pegasus, right? No, wait. Pound Cake's the Pegasus and Pumpkin Cake is the unicorn. Isn't that right? I feel like my second one was right. Whatever. Don't quite remember. Just smiles at them, knowing that they are adorable looking as well as when they sleep. They are lovely foals you have, Mrs. Cake. I know they'll grow up with loving parents. Miss Cake smiles warmly at the comment. Thank you, Joe. That's very kind of you. Sorry if I'm making her sound Western. I'm sorry. Her voice is like hard to do. Joe smiles at them, knowing that they are. Oh wait. Then they heard a quick, quiet bouncing sound, slowly getting louder as it gets closer. Miss Cake chuckles, knowing who it is. Ah, here comes Pinkie Pie, and just in time too. Pinkie Pie bounces into the fool's room and sees Miss Cake, then Joseph. Hiya! Joe and Mrs. Cake makes a hushing sound. Shh! Sound to keep the energetic pony from shouting. Pinkie Pie nods. Oh, sorry. Let's talk outside, she spoke softly. I didn't know Pinkie Pie could do that. I thought it was impossible. I can be quiet if I want to, sir, Mr. Impossible. Wait, I thought your name was Funky Luffy. No, imposible is a Spanish word for impossible. Oh, that makes sense now. Hmm. Do I have to take her to school? Then again, how does Pinkie Pie know how to write? It's Pinkie Pie. Don't question it. As the three of them went out of the fool's room, Joe quietly closed the door and smiles at the pink pony. Hello, Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie smiles wildly as possible. Hi, Joe. Come to see my new little brother and sister? Huh? Huh? You're not even related to them. She bounces around happily, being like a big sister. Mrs. Cake chuckles at this. Calm down now. I was wondering if you could do a little favor for me and Mr. Cake, if that's all right. Of course, Mrs. Cake. Anything you want, Pinkie Pie replied joyfully. Pinkie, where's Pinkie? Mm, why do I feel like she was getting bored? Oh, hey, a letter. Confetti! Surprise! Why am I not surprised? Okay, it was adorable. Okay. Well, apparently she had a party emergency. How in the world is she getting a party emergency at this world? Not many parties, really. I get their birthdays and stuff, but still. Meh, whatever. Is it alright? Is it alright, dearie? Oh, is it alright if you can take care of the foals while we go out? Miss Cake asked nervously in hope that she is able to go out and buy things for the foals, also fearing it may be too hard on Pinkie Pie. Much to her surprise, Pinkie Pie gives her a big hug. Yes, I'll do my best. Miss Cake's eyes widen, really surprised that the pink pony accepted without question, although she understands that Pinkie Pie come wanted to help and be a big sister, but not to think of the hard work this is needed. Are you sure, honey? It makes me a little difficult for you. It may be a little bit difficult for you. Blech. Sorry, I couldn't read there. Big Bag giggled at the. Aw, come on! How hard can it be? Trust me, Mrs. Cake. I'll do my best. And a little help from Joe too. Joseph watched them talk and thought about how hard it actually is to look after a child when they can't talk and tell you what was wrong or what they wanted. When he was in New York, his school handed out a volunteer work for them to improve their skills in social interaction and in hope to find a job they were good at. Joe did volunteer work as a shop assistant, looking after children in clubs and caring for the old people in the home. Then he had a real job at the candy store. Joe slowly raises his hand. If it's okay, could I help Pinkie Pie? He asked. Mrs. Cake eyes go wide. Really? Are you sure too? The human nods. Yes, I did look after some children as a work experience a few years ago. Hmm. If you're really sure, then you ever so thank you ever so much for helping. I'll be sure to tell Twilight about this, Mrs. Cake said Mrs. Cake. Honey, honey, you're all packed and ready to go? Shouted Mrs. Cake from downstairs. Mr. Cake walked downstairs and looked back at Pinkie Pie and Joseph. We should be back this evening. Thank you so much, you two. See you soon, she called out before closing their front door. Then Pinkie Pie heard the sound of the front door closing. She jumped onto Joe and gives him a big hug. Thank you so much for helping out, Joe, and sorry for not inviting you over to see the foals. Her ears lowered down in sadness. Whap! Joe sighed. Joe smiled. I'm glad to help you, Pinkie Pie. Wouldn't want you to do this alone. We can also have this chance to actually hang out for a while. And don't worry about it, Pinkie. I had to do some work, and now I can spend some time with Pound Cake and Pumpkin too. Like a fish, life life sprung back into Pinkie Pie. Okay, that's weird. The only ever pony, the one every pony knows and loves. Oh yeah, let's do this together, Joe. Joe, we're going to be in a real quiet as we don't wake them up. Just like in the script. Just like in the script Shinoy made. Really, Shinoy Jump Boy? You're breaking the third wall rule? Come on, man! Joe nods happily. Okay, Pinkie Pie. Wait, what? Wait a minute. What? Pinkie Pie made a cute head tilt. What is it? What script? And who is this Shinoy Jump? Shinoy person? Joe asked, moving confused than before. Huh? I did? In Pinkie Pie's reply. Joe shakes his head. Huh? Really? You gotta break the third wall here, dude. Wow, man. Real classy of you. Ugh, when I had Pinky in there, she's not doing a third wall breaking thing. Ugh, in my fanfic, she's not doing that. Really? It's enough stress that I'm hearing it from someone else's, from other people's other, pony fanfic. I don't need that stuff in my fanfic. Seriously, you gotta do this to me? Why, man? Why? Pinkie Pie giggles. Oh, Joe, you're so funny. Silly Philly. She gently rubs his head. The human boy eyebrow twitches, not being able to understand or get around what that was all about. However, it was Pinkie Pie, and there is nothing he could do question or what she does, and decides to let it slide. Anyway, shall we? He says, slowly opening the door and quietly going inside. Really, Shinoy Jump Boy? You really had to do a third wall breach? Not cool, man. Not cool. Pinkie Pie quickly bounced towards the crib without making a single noise sound. More silent than Mouse. Okay, she's bouncing and yet the babes aren't waking up in this? Oh, wait. Oh, I already read that. Joe stands beside her, looking down at the folds. This made them both smile. Pinkie Pie speaks softly. Everything ever thought about having kids, Joe? Joseph blushes. What? But remains silent for a few seconds before answering. I did and I thought and I never want to. Good response, dude, he said while looking away. Let him have a kid's life for a while. The pink pony gasped suddenly. Why not? You make a great daddy. Thank you, Pinkie Pie, but I just afraid of the thought of me not knowing what to do. I fear that my child may need something and I may not know how. I don't want anything to happen to my child and wife if I have one. Joe says, taking a look at the ceiling. Pinkie Pie is about to say something. Then she heard soft sounds from the crib. She looked down and sees Foles slowly opening their eyes, revealing Pound Cake's brown eyes and Pumpkin Cake's blue eyes. Aww, Chris. They yawn cutely while rubbing their eyes. Aww, cuteness overwhelming. Looking up, they see a pink pony and a very different creature they never seen before. The fool sat quietly while staring, waiting for something until Pinkie Pie broke the silence with a party murmur. Hiya! Again, I'm Pinkie Pie, your new big sister. And this is Joe, my friend, and he's a really nice human. Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake looked at each other as if they understand each other, then smiles at Joe and Pinkie Pie. Gurgling happily, Pinkie Pie jumps with joy and holds the foals in her arms. Hooves! It should be hooves! She doesn't have any freaking arms! They're freaking ponies! They don't have any freaking arms! Seeing them in their diapers. Hey, let's go and play. I'll make you laugh, she giggles as she hops towards the door. Oh, God, and let the hell show begin. Saddle up, everybody. We're going for a hayride. Yeah! It's a rodeo with babies. Joseph quickly follows her Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie, from what I learned or remember, if I can, Don't they need to have something to eat or drink first? Or milk? Pinkie Pie nods quickly. Oh yeah, just look in look in the kitchen and find some power milk into the top cupboard and make some please while I'll make some laughs. Hmm, this is gonna turn bad. I made them funny and I didn't even know it until I just said when the milk can turn bad. I didn't realize I made them funny. Anyway, back to the story. The boy smiles, seeing how much she wants to entertain them. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Joe walked into the kitchen and realizes something. Oh, how in the world do you make baby milk properly again? Hmm. Like I said, this just turned from bad to worse. He looked through some cupboards and sees a can of baby powder milk. There it is. How hard can making milk can be? You had to jinx yourself, didn't you? As Joseph picked up the can, it feels light, too light. So he opened the lid and sighed. There's no powder. Pinky, we're out of milk powder, he calls out. Pinky head suddenly stretches in and holds a new can of milk. When did this happen? Milk powder for, you know what, it's Pinkie Pie, don't question it. Powder for Joe. The human slowly takes the can. Thank you, Pinkie Pie? The hyper pony giggles. Anytime, Joe, she said, zooming off. I say again, it's Pinkie Pie, don't question it. But I'm still questioning it. Why? Joe looks at the back and reads the instructions. Reads the instructions and does the steps as best as he can. All right, warm up up. Make sure the bottle top is sealed. He got cut off by a crashing sound. What was that? Yes, what was that? What was that? He sound the He shouts and runs into the room to see Pinkie Pie under some toy blocks. Ouch! Pinkie Pie quickly gets up and smiles. Hehehe, I'm okay. We're just playing. Playing my hindquarters. Joseph looked around the fools gurgling and clapping their hooves together in excitement. He sighs. Pinkie Pie, please be careful to not overdo yourself in entertaining them. Don't want you hurting yourself. Oh, Joe, you worry too much. I'll be fine, honest. By the way, the milk finished already? Joe gasped and rushed back to the kitchen and gasped loudly. Oh no, I forgot to seal the lips on and now it's in the water. Better. Let's see. Hold on. I had to check, like, how much further is this on here? By the way, guys, I'm almost done with this. I got, like, let's see, this is chapter 19, so I believe I have at least a, let's see, 29 minus 19. I want to say 10. Yeah, it's 10 more, I do believe. Anyway, let's proceed. Pinkie Pie quickly tries to cheer them. Oh, wait, hold on. Um, uh, Joe gasped and rushed back at the kitchen and gasped louder. Oh no, I forgot to seal the lips onto and now it's in the water. But better start over and hope the kids don't He hears crying from the Pound and Pumpkin. Seriously? Why do you always say that? You're like the Jinx Master right now. Pinkie Pie quickly tries to cheer them up by making strange faces only she can't do. The full. I'm not even going to ask. It's Pinkie Pie. Don't question it. But there's so many logical problems at there. No. Anyway. The fools stop crying and watch her do the silly faces until Pinkie Pie stops. Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake look at each other and then begins to cry again, causing Pinkie Pie to look confused. Huh? Hey! Look at this! Pound and Pumpkin looked at her again to see Pinkie Pie playing many musical instruments, causing the foals to be quiet again for a short time until Pinkie Pie quickly tries to cheer them up. Do their silly faces tell people Pumpkin look at her, seeing Pinkie Pie playing many musical instruments, causing the foals to be quiet again for a short time until they cried again. Aw, why are you crying? That hungry? They hungry? Joe, is the milk ready? Pinkie Pie calls out. Not yet. It'll take a few minutes, Joe called out. Pinkie Pie smiles in determination. Guess it's up to me to cheer you up until it's finished. This is going to turn very bad. She starts to bounce around slowly, gaining the interest of Pound and Pumpkin even more than she starts to go faster and faster. Pinkie Pie is now bouncing like mad for about 10 minutes, causing her voice to be silly and making the fools laugh happily until she stops and breathes for air. That was fun! Pinkie Pie smiles weakly and falls onto the floor. Joseph walked in with 2 warm milk bottles. Here we go, 2 warm milk bottles for. He noticed Pinkie Pie flat onto the floor. Are you alright? He asked. Yeah, just a little tired for a few seconds. Promise? Phew, replied Pinkie Pie. The human boy gently picks up Pound and Pumpkin to place them in their seats and gives them their bottles, which they instantly take hold of and drink it quite quickly. No, not too quickly. He gently pulls out their bottles and sighs when he sees them breathe. You mustn't drink too quickly, or else you'll choke from not getting air. Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake looked at each other, then gurgling in response. Joseph smiles and gives the bottle back and watches as they drink slowly, with Joe helping to take the bottles out and giving them back. Pinkie Pie watched him and smiles. Guess he remembers that skill from Earth. And I do too now. Photographic memory, I think. Then the fools finished with their bottles. They suddenly started to cry, which startles Pinkie Pie. But what's wrong? Joe calms her down. But Pinkie, it's okay. I think it's that they need to help burping. He gently picks them up and gives Pinkie Pie Pumpkin Cake. Now we gently pat their backs until we hear a burp. Joe starts to pat Pound's back gently. Pinkie Pie smiles happily. Ooh, I see now. She now pats Pumpkin back gently and hears a soft burp that makes Pinkie laugh. Pinkie, you're sometimes a child, you know this? I got the weird chilly up my spine. Oh, blob. Joe keeps patting Pound Cake back until he hears a rather loud but too loud burp, which surprises him with a gasp. Including Pinkie Pie, they both laugh. Haven't done this in ages. I forgot what it was like to make babies burp, Joe said. Why does my shoulder feel wet? Pinkie Pie takes a look and giggles. Ew, Pound Cake has drool on your shoulder. The boy's eyes widen and has a look. On my, you're tricking, you're tricky one, aren't you? You're a tricky one, aren't you? Pound Cake simply gurgles and flaps his wings, leaving Joe's hands, making the human gasp. Oh no! Oh no! How can a foal do that at his age? Pinkie Pie giggles. That's not an uncommon thing. Ponies can usually walk when they're foals and even use their horns or wings, which can be very troublesome for parents, especially with parents that aren't, non-unicorns. Wah, wah, wah. Joe watches Pound Cake fly around and tries to catch him. That's not helping us, Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie giggles loudly at him, trying to catch Pound Cake. Don't worry, all you gotta do is catch Pound Cake while I. She realizes there's nothing in her arms and see Pumpkin on the floor. Her horn glows and disappears to the kitchen doorway. Pinkie Pie gasps loudly. Oh no, she can't use magic without having full control of it. Use help. Yeah, you're gonna need all the help you can get. Job jumps to catch Pound Cake, but misses and lands on into a pool of water inside a ring pool. Whoa, cold. Why is this here, Pinkie Pie? Pinkie Pie runs around to catch Pumpkin, but fails to do so each time Cake Pumpkin Cake teleports away. Oof! I was going to swim for them. Forgot about that. Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake sat beside each other, looking very messy and dirty from the kitchen and dust, and gurgles at having so much fun, but they let their guard down when Joe and Pinkie Pie picked them up. Pinkie picked them up. I think it's time for you to have a bath, Joe said. The fool crosses their arms, suddenly cries. Pinkie Pie frowns a little. Hey, we all need a bath sometimes. Get all nice and clean. Joseph sniffs the air and covers his nose and coughs. Diapers need changing. Diapers need changing. Pinkie Pie almost sniffed and covers her nose too. Wow! Wow! I'll go get the diapers and run a bath. She zoomed off. Sorry, I had to plug my nose there just through that. Don't mind. Joe takes Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake to a table and lays out a soft cover for them and gently places their backs on it. Seeing them cry, he decides to tickle their tummies, making them laugh and flare their legs around and makes Joe chuckle too. Wonder how your mommy and daddy handle this so much. Must be hard for them when they need to sleep. Boy, howdy. Pumpkin Pie appeared beside Joe and places some clean diapers and whispers, Here you go, Joe. Better clean them and then put them in the bath. Joseph smiles at him. Smiles a little. Is that the bath a good temperature for the kids? He asked. Pinkie Pie nodded. Uh-huh. Oh no, they're going to cry again. How about this? She yells as she pours some flour on her head, which pleases the fools very much. As the human stares, cleaning the fool's white while coughing from the smell, facing away, of course, when he does that and binds the dirty wipes and diapers, noticing Pinkie having flour on her head. He blinked. You'll need a bath too. Joe and Pinkie Pie carried the two foals to their bath and put them in the tub. Pound and Pumpkin and had crossed their arms, not happy from their fun being stopped. Joe puts his hand on his hips. Now, you two. You're all dirty and need cleaning. No running away this time. For about 15 minutes, Joe and Pinkie Pie gently cleaned them with soap while the pink pony sing songs to the kids, but they wanted to play around some more, and they had every intention excuse me, once they got out and had their diapers on. After doing, after, oh wait, after being dried and having new diapers, Joe and Pinkie Pie got to the Foles' room and gently tucked them into their crib, wishing Luna to give them sweet dreams. Oof, sorry, I had like an itch attack on my ear. Oof. Oh, talk about a oof. Anyway, sweet dreams, though the night almost having room to breathe. When Pinkie Pie is just about to close the door, she quickly opens it to find that pumpkin cake and pound cake are missing. What? Joe shouts at Pinkie Pie. Joseph sees Pound flying over him with a ribbon on his hind leg. The human goes to hold onto the ribbon in hope it would make Pound stop in midair, but very much to Joe's horror, he is being dragged downstairs and accidentally messing things in the kitchen and storefront knocking over baked goods, and then he is dragging upstairs. Oh my god, how is this even happen? How is this even possible? Not possible! Pound is strong, and oh lord, this place is a mess. What will the cakes think of it? He thought as he comes to a halt. Then he sees Pinkie Pie trying to stop Pumpkin from eating the toy from the crib. Teething, maybe? Oof, this seems like an hour. It's already been an hour already. Okay. I'm close to being done. Just pulling the ass around. Okay. The human looked is like he witnessed the end of the world. This is nothing like the ones I did back on Earth. I understand why Mrs. Cake was uncertain. Joe then feels his wrists and arms being closed together tightly, and Pound giggles at tying Joe with the ribbon. The boy widened his eyes in shock. Yeah, it's definitely nothing like Earth. Okay, I'm terrified right now. How in the world does a pony with no, fingers even tie something like that? Pinkie Pie is looking around frantically, her hair starting to have curls more and her upper lip grows smaller, sweating in frustration, and sits on the ground. I can't take it anymore, she cries with a large fountain of tears coming from her eyes. Really? Joseph looked at Brooklyn up gasped. He never even saw Pinkie Pie like this in all of his time in Equestria. Well, I kind of have. Always thinking that the hyper and party-loving pony was always so full of life and endless amounts of energy. Oof. That seems to come from nowhere. Again, also true. Now to see her so upset from all the stress and hard work that's involved, even ponies like Pinkie Pie must have at least some limits to their amazing persons. Joe slowly felt the ribbon loosen and walked over to her, gently hugging her. Hey now, it's okay, Pinkie Pie. Why do I feel like he's the babysitter now for an older mayor? For the mayor. Nah. The twins looked at each other, feeling bad for what they did. They decided to try and cheer Pinkie up by doing the same trick that worked best for them, pouring flour on themselves. Pinkie Pie watched this and even giggled at them. Aw, you two are now dirty again. Better clean you up. She laughs alongside the twins. Joseph watched them laugh together. Guess they really realized that Pinkie Pie couldn't handle all from her crying. Now they know what adults can have limits to have to having fun. They learned a lesson, and so have me and Pinkie Pie too. Poundcake holds up a handkerchief for Joe to wipe some of the dirt off his face, with the human kindly accepted and smiles at him. Thank you, Poundcake, and you too, Pinkie Pumpkin Cake, for realizing that me and Pinkie Pie couldn't handle it at all. They all laugh together like one big happy family. Pinkie Pie quickly washes and dries them off to get rid of the flour, and with Joe's help, and they put the twins back into the crib, once again wishing them Luna to give them sweet dreams. Before losing the door, they take a quick look if they got out, but rest assured they did not, seeing them close their eyes and sleeping together peacefully. Pinkie Pie makes a long "aww" sound before closing the door and smiling tiredly at Joe. Wow, what a day, huh? Joe breathes out and smiles. You can say that again, Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie raised her eyebrows. I said, what a day, huh? Joseph blinked confused. That was a figure of speech, Pinkie. Oh! Pinkie Pie just giggled away. Guess we better get this place cleaned up. Joe looked around and his shoulders slumped at the right of the whole mess around the place. Yeah, or else the cakes are going bark at us for supper. The two of them laughed at the last part. Just did start to re- relax, really think about it, and began to clean the place up. Before the case arrived, when cleaning, Pinkie Pie asked Joe a question. Sorry about today, Joe, for doing all of this and seeing me like that. I guess I'm not cut out for it, huh? Well, we did learn something from this today, Pinkie Pie, didn't we? I learned that looking after children is way past difficult than I ever thought, which makes me think about being a parent. Although as hard as it seems, I think being there and trying your hardest for when excuse me, is with the blah blah blah. Oh, I lost my spot. Stupid spike attack. Ooh. I think being there and trying your hardest for them is what makes a great parent. I never knew what it truly meant, even with Dad. Parents don't have it easy, but now I'm more than willing to try harder. Who knows? Maybe I can be a babysitter too, said Joe in a deep thought and smiles at understanding parents and what it's like to look after a child. Pinkie Pie laughs at that. Maybe working on the farm suits you better. Besides, it's my job now, and you're right. I did learn something, and I'm going to write about it to Princess Celestia about it. I've learned that even though having fun and entertaining them is good and all, but I never realized how much responsibility it was. But now that I know, I can go with full confidence and prepared to be responsible for them, and myself too, she said with a proud smile. Joseph makes a warm smile at her. Whoa, when Pinkie Pie stops and thinks things through slowly. It's like listening to a great voice from an audiobook, he thought. True, not gonna lie. Pinkie Pie sees Joe staring at her with a warm smile and blushes lightly. Joe? We're almost done now. Joe shakes his head. Yes, sorry for staring, he said, quickly cleaning things up nervously with a blush. The hyper pony smiles warmly at Joe, feeling her heart beat softly and continued to help him clean the clean place up. Cleaning the clean place up? That doesn't make any sense. 30 minutes later, the sky became darker as time went by. The human or pony never noticed, due to all the work they did. When they put the foals to bed, it was 7 p.m. Now it was 7:34. Mr. and Mrs. Cake are seen walking toward the sugar cube corner with baskets on their back. Mrs. Cake noticed lightly are still on and gulps. I wonder how Pinkie Pie and Joe went with Pound and Pumpkin. Hoping it wasn't too bad, he said. Oh wait, sugar cube corner, baskets on their back, Mr. and Mrs. Cake lights them. Shouldn't it be they said? Whatever. Mrs. Cake has a look of worry in her eyes at the thought of the state of the house and maybe the state of Pinkie Pie and Joe. Only one way to find out. Wouldn't blame them if it's a hard job even for us, but it was something we had to take in as the parents. That's true. They walked up to their door, giving a look towards each other. Before they opened the front door, slowly but surely, the door opened and they all came out. We're back! The Cakes listened for a reply, but don't hear anything except for some snoring from another room. Knowing the sound, they're Pinkie Pie and Joe's. They quickly put down their bag and walked over to their living room to see two figures sleeping on a sofa. Joe is laid on his back with Pinkie Pie sleeping on his chest. Aw, cute cuddle buddies. Mr. Cake sees Joe barely holding onto the sweeping brush and smiles. They must have cleaned up the place. I'm going to take a picture of them since it's just so too adorable to not take. She grabbed the camera. Oh, was it Mrs. Cake who said that? On the sweeping brush and smiles. They must have cleaned up the place. I'm going to take a picture of them since it's just too adorable to not take. She grabbed the camera and takes the picture. Mr. Cake, who went upstairs to check on the foals, came down. Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake are fast asleep. Together, the rooms are all tidy, too. They've done a pretty good job on their first attempt, honey. Mrs. Cake smiles and gently leans on her husband. I don't have the heart to wake up Joe. It's just too nice. We can explain to Twilight, right? I think so. Mrs. Cake kisses her husband and puts a blanket over Pinkie Pie and Joe. Night, you two. Thanks for doing a great job. Those two are the sweetest couple. Sweetest couple, get it? Come on, the bakery. I don't know how to explain a joke to you guys. Oof, such a tough crowd with you guys, you know? It is morning now. Joseph slowly opens his eyes and blinks a few times to get his vision back. Seeing the ceiling, he yawns and smacks his lips together. Man, what a night. Slept like a log, he said as he hugged something soft and warm. Whoa, something is fluffy, soft and warm. Breathing, moving. Alive? Joe says to himself and looked under the cover and his mouth drops. What? That's my best jaw-dropping sound I could do. Pinkie Pie yawns cutely and makes cute and makes a wide smile every pony knows of and giggles at Joe. Morning, Joe. Joe didn't know what to say. He didn't know how they slept together. But Pinkie Pie? Why are we sleeping together? Oh, I remember. We were so tired from that work and cleaning. You're flopping onto the sofa and slept so quickly it's a new record. While I just slept on your chest without too much thought. You were really comfy and warm. Thank you, Pinkie Pie said, giggling and now bouncing around with a small blush. I didn't know a human could be warm for a pony, let alone comfy. Comfy and warm. Meh. The human blushes deeper. A little embarrassed, and he hopped there. Hoped there was an named pony who saw it to tell the tale. The last thing he needed is Spike doing the same thing with Applejack. Oh, glob! It's kind of too late. If you only were awake for Mrs. and Mr. Apple to take that, they took a picture of it. Yeah, embarrassing. My update to chapter 18 is almost done. My uploading is almost done. It's like at 99%. Let's see. The human blush Applejack, they decided to go into the kitchen and see the Cake family together, including the Fulls with their breakfast. Mrs. Cake, who is feeding Pound and Pumpkin, noticed Joe and Pinkie Pie entering the kitchen. Well, good morning. Well, good morning, you two. Ooh, slept well. Okay, where was I? A deep breath. Pinkie Pie beams. We slept like logs. We slept like logs. Yeah, two logs on top of each other. Okay, that sounded wrong. That sounded so wrong. I am so sorry, guys. That sounded. Anyway, Pinkie Pie beams. Mrs. Cake giggled at. Oh, Bet. Sorry for not waking you up, Joe. Thought you could use the rest from last night. We invited you for some breakfast before you go. Joe nodded shyly from her seeing himself and Pinkie sleeping together. Uh, thank, thank you, but I really must be going back to Twilight. She could be worried about last night. Yes, we told her last night, but we won't stop you. Thank you so much for helping Pinkie Pie with the falls. They really like you, said Mrs. Cake. Pinkie Pie sighs. Ah, I'll see you soon today. Soon today. I'll see you soon today, she asked. She asked Joe. Joseph smiles and kneels down to give her a big hug. Of course, Pinkie Pie. Of course, you will. He stands up to walk to the door and waves goodbye for the morning. Pinkie Pie walked over to find some milk for her cereal, but sees something. Ooh, a box of chocolates? It says something here to Pinkie Pie. To Pinkie Pie? That's me! And it's from Love Joe? Pinkie Pie pauses and suddenly zooms off like never before seen possible. You better not drop those chocolates, buddy, Missy. Mrs. Cake's lower, Mr. Cake lowers his newspaper. What was that all about? Mrs. Cake giggles at that. Oh, just something I thought of would be nice, she said with a Pound and Pumpkin cheering. The human has stepped out of the sugar cube corner and breathed in the morning air, seeing Celestia's sun slowly rising up from the hills. Thanks, Mother. Then suddenly Joe was glumped to the floor and he sees Pinkie Pie on top holding a box of chocolates that he wanted her to have from yesterday. His pink pony friend had the largest smile Equestria could offer. Oh, Joe, thank you so much for. Oh, God, you're making her speak fast. I can't do that. Hold on, let me read it real quick. Thank you so much for the chocolates. Chocolates, I really love. Okay. Really love it. Okay. Thank you so much for. God damn it, why you gotta make me do this, guys? Thank you so much for the chocolates. Freaking bubble butts. Thank you so much for the chocolates. Why you gotta make me do this? Okay, let's try it. Thank you so much for the chocolates. I really love it. Thank you so much for the chocolates. I really love it. Yes! She yells, giving Joe a long kiss on his cheek. Bugger up, Buttercup. One day in the chapters, Joseph's face slowly turns to lobster red. At I seriously every time like there's a deep red or something, I feel like steam's coming out of their ears. Lobster red at the kiss to the cheek, feeling warm and almost fainting until Pinkie Pie gives Joe a hug that made him make a loud noise, and she zooms back inside. The human sat in front of the door, unable to understand what just happened. Whoa! She must really love chocolates, he thought. He slowly touched his cheek and smiled softly. I better get to Twilight's now, Joe said, and stands up and slowly walks off without falling to the ground. Equestria, unknown. Trixie is... Oh god, we're back to these guys! Trixie is pacing backwards and forwards. The mysterious figure and the cloak ponies took her to the location she didn't know. Of course, guards and no windows made it more difficult for her. Ugh, the great and powerful Trixie has had enough of waiting. She demands to see Discord now. Trixie, my body, but we would like to see. I think it's the mysterious figure. Okay. And you will, right now, great and powerful Trixie. A voice spoke out from the shadow, walking into her view. Trixie yells, falling to the ground and frowning. Don't ever do that again! My apologies, but would you like to see Lord Discord now? The mysterious figure asked her calmly. Trixie huffs and follows the figures lead into a dark portal, and they have stepped into a large room with stone stairs leading up to the stone throne. Something or someone is sitting in it. Trixie's eyes widen and shivering a little, knowing who it was from the statue and books. Tell me now, how is the princess not knowing of his freedom? The mysterious figure chuckles. A simple trick my dark crystals create a precise match with making the statue fool their senses, but at the cost of having most of Lord Discord's power. Also, this place is surrounded by my dark crystal's magic to cover up our locations. Why does this feel like a Green Lantern cartoon scene when they're like delivering a red lantern to a prison with crystals where Green Lantern powers don't work there? I feel like it's one of those scenes. And yes, I watched the Green Lantern TV show before, once upon a time. I've also seen the movie. That ain't good. I think I can do like the whole chant if I remember it. Let me see. As bright as day, as dark as night, no evil shall escape my sight. For those who worships evil mind, beware of Green Lantern's light. Is it light or might? Meh, I think it's light. Anyway, back to this thing. Also, the place is surrounded by dark crystals, magic to cover up our location, even from sensing the darkness. Okay, Trixie gasped at that. Impossible! Quite possible. This magic is beyond Princess, and Lord Discord will use it to his advantage to gain his revenge and rule Equestria, replied the figure. A soft chuckle is heard from the throne. Oh, Discord's here! And it moves the head from the shadow to reveal Discord himself, smiling like an evil plot master and resting his head on his fist. Now then, great and powerful Trixie, we have much to discuss, don't we? Care for some tea? Okay, I don't know if that was a good Discord voice. Let me try again. Smiley. Now then, great and powerful Trixie, we have much to discuss, don't we? Care for some tea? I think that sounds a little better. Whatever. Anyway. Oh wait, yeah. To be continued. You got judgment on my Discord voice? leave a comment down below while you're at it. Also, check out Shinola Jump Boy's some work here as well. And click the link down below in the description section. Also, while you at it, my fellow Brony and Pegasus sisters, you can click that subscription button down below, and also that notification down as well, and the big thumbs up like button. And also, send this to your other fellow Brony or Pegasus sisters as well. Share my YouTube channel with them, and like I always said, the more the merrier. This is chapter 19 of My Little Pony and Human Friendship is Magic. Awesomeness! And I'm almost done as well. Plus, also, good news, my update for chapter 18 just finished. So if you want to check that out, hold on. My playlist, my thing for the playlist won't pull up. Whatever. Anyway, this has been another fantastic read-through of My Little Pony and Human Friendship is Magic. Again, thank you so much for letting me read this, Shinola Jump Boy. Thank you so much. But seriously, dude, breaking the fourth wall, was it fourth or third wall? I don't remember. But still, seriously, breaking that wall, no bueno in my book. And it's not going to be in my fanfic book either. A minute. Anyway, this is your fellow crazy Brony, Funky Luffy, signing. Hold on, let me get my mouse. Signing out.